What happened to Tee Grizzley? The rise and fall of a hip-hop sensation. In 2017, a rapper fresh out of prison dropped a song called First Day Out, and the internet exploded. With a raw and authentic sound, Tee Grizzley stirred the hearts and minds of hip-hop fans everywhere. First Day Out was not just a track, it was a powerful declaration of his struggles, triumphs, and newfound freedom. Within weeks, Tee Grizzley became one of the hottest new artists in hip-hop, garnering millions of views and social media shares, breathing life into a genre often criticized for its portrayal of street life. The song's success was meteoric. From being an unknown artist to signing major label deals, there was a buzz surrounding Grizzley that seemed unstoppable. It was not only his unique storytelling ability that won fans over, but also his deep-rooted experiences that resonated with a generation longing for authenticity. As he rose to fame, there seemed to be little doubt that Tee Grizzley was poised to be one of the defining voices of his generation. The quick rise. Tee Grizzley's path to success was anything but typical. Born Terry Wallace Jr. in Detroit, Michigan, he was introduced to a life marked by adversity from a young age. Surrounded by crime, poverty, and struggles, music became his escape. However, things took a turn when he faced legal trouble, ultimately leading to an imprisonment that would change his life forever. While incarcerated, he honed his skills and created a narrative that was both compelling and relatable. Once released, Grizzley's First Day Out became a sensation, racking up millions of views in a short time. The song's narrative, focused on the pain of losing friends and the desire to make something of his life, struck a chord with listeners. His gritty lyrics and heartfelt delivery showcased the reality behind the glamour often depicted in hip-hop. The song propelled him into the limelight, bringing opportunities for collaborations with well-known artists like Lil Durk and Chance the Rapper. Grizzley quickly amassed a following, and his music was embraced not just in Detroit, but around the country. Concert tours filled his schedule, and he began to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Building tension. With success came the pressure to maintain that momentum. Major labels were keen to sign him, and he seemed to be riding a wave that would set him for a long and fruitful career in music. Days turned into months, and singles such as Second Day Out and collaborations with other prominent artists kept the hype alive. Yet amidst the glimmering accolades and acclaim, challenges began to creep in. Just like in any other career, highs are often followed by lows. The intense scrutiny of the public eye placed immense pressure on Grizzley. Suddenly, he was not just a rising star, he was a brand expected to produce hits consistently. As his music evolved, some fans began to yearn for the raw authenticity of his earlier work, leading to whispers of disappointment despite his ongoing success. Moreover, in the high-stakes world of hip-hop, personal struggles can overshadow professional triumphs. Tee Grizzley faced several incidents of violence and tragedy, including the shooting death of his beloved aunt, who had been a significant supporter during his difficult years. This loss deeply affected him, and the pain began to reflect in his music, a shift that some loyal fans deeply appreciated, while others felt alienated by his evolving sound. The question. But a few years later, the hype started to fade. What happened to Tee Grizzley? The questions became more frequent. He released multiple projects, yet none seemed to generate the same cultural phenomenon as First Day Out. His subsequent albums and singles received mixed reviews, and even dedicated fans began to question if Tee could still deliver the compelling narratives that had initially drawn them to him. His career trajectory illustrates the volatile nature of fame, especially in hip-hop. Several artists have faced similar challenges, where early success can lead to a type of fatigue, both for the artist and the audience. Tee Grizzley was no exception. As cultural landscapes changed and new voices emerged, maintaining relevance became increasingly difficult. A new chapter. Despite the challenges, Tee Grizzley refused to be defined by his setbacks. He focused on his passion for storytelling and continued releasing music that reflected his growth as an artist. He expressed vulnerability in his tracks while still delving into the street narratives that had initially propelled him into the spotlight. Collaborations with both rising and established artists indicated his willingness to adapt to the evolving landscape of hip-hop. Moreover, Grizzley turned his focus toward other ventures to ensure stability beyond music. He explored opportunities in television, launched a gaming channel, and even considered entrepreneurship. By diversifying his interests, he aimed to create a multifaceted career that transcended the traditional boundaries of music. Conclusion. In exploring the journey of Tee Grizzley, it becomes evident that his story represents more than just a rise and fall in the music industry. His struggles serve as a reminder of the harsh realities that many artists face, even those who appear to have broken through to great success. While the spotlight may have dimmed slightly for Tee, he continues to navigate his path with resilience and creativity. So, what really happened to Tee Grizzley? He is still a force in hip-hop, growing and evolving, driven by his passion for storytelling. In an industry that constantly churns out new talent, Tee's journey reminds us that authenticity, hard work, and evolution are vital for enduring success. Despite the ups and downs, Tee Grizzley is far from finished. His life continues to be a testament to strength in overcoming adversity.